Hello, folks. Welcome to my channel. My name is Rico. Today, I want to discuss why it is important to visit the Philippines alone before pursuing a relationship with a Filipino. The first thing you must consider when meeting someone online is that the person you meet online might not be the same person you meet at the airport when you come to visit. Nowadays, the filters on phone cameras are excellent. The acne and scars on the faces of the person might not be what you would expect when you meet them. They might even have distortions on their face that might not be visible via video call. There are other things too you must consider, such as hidden children or husbands you might not know about yet. About a year ago, an expat who was 71 years old got scammed by a young Filipina. A year before that, he had met a Filipina online. After a few days of conversation, they kicked it off. He thought he had found the one. She said all the sweet things he wanted to hear. Then one day, she proposed they get an apartment in the Philippines before he arrived there. He agreed that it was a great idea. She went out to apartment shop and found one. He then began sending her money every month to maintain the apartment until he arrived. When he was ready to come to the Philippines, he decided it would be best to surprise her. After landing in the Philippines, he went straight to the apartment she got for them, knocked on the door twice, and received no response. Prior to arriving there, she assured him she would be home that day. So why didn't she open the door? After knocking a couple more times, she responded softly. Yes, he said. It's me, baby. Open the door. She responded. I can't. He said. Why not? She said. Because my husband is here. Shocked, he couldn't believe it. After a few more brief conversations and sorries, he had no choice but to leave and report it to the authorities. I am sharing this story because I want you to understand why it's best to visit the Philippines first before getting into a serious relationship. It can potentially save you a lot of time and money. Could you even imagine the amount of expats going through similar situations? When you visit and discover the Philippines without a love companion, you may fully immerse yourself in the culture. You will discover firsthand how people behave, what defines polite behavior, and how cultural differences can affect relationships. When you travel alone, you may immerse yourself in the local culture in ways that a group of spouse cannot. You are more likely to mingle with locals, sample new foods, and handle strange circumstances on your own, all of which contribute to a more real experience. This immersion allows you to learn about the traditions, morality, and social norms that have influenced your potential partner's perspective. You will see firsthand how Filipinos revere family, respect elders, and have a strong sense of community. Unfortunately, when they act impulsively, some expats become victims of fraud or abusive relationships. When you visit alone, you may assess people's motive without being emotionally attached. This independent experience gives you a clear sense of judgment, making it easier to discriminate between true and opportunistic collaborations. Unfortunately, romance fraud can occur and people from different nations are particularly vulnerable. Traveling alone in the early stages of a relationship allows you to be more cautious and emotionally distant. It gives you the time and space to assess the situation objectively and without being dragged into your emotions. The Philippines is made up of over 7,000 islands, each with its own unique culture. Provinces such as Bohol and Palawan provide quiet surroundings, while Cebu combines urban and beach life, and Manila is a hectic metropolis. Traveling alone allows you to visit multiple locations and determine which one best suits your preferences before deciding where to settle or seek a relationship. Living expenses might vary greatly depending on your location and lifestyle. By traveling alone, you may create a sensible budget and determine how much it will cost to maintain a respectable living in the Philippines. Furthermore, you will have the opportunity to sample local food, transportation, and medical care, which are crucial factors when deciding to live in the country. Having a support system before entering a romantic relationship is advantageous. Meeting locals, business owners, and other expats when traveling alone might provide valuable information. These partnerships may help you navigate Philippine life and provide guidance when you need it most. Observe how your potential partner interacts with her friends and family if feasible. This can provide valuable insights into their ideals, personality, and social behavior. Do they respect their elders? Are they closely attached to their community? How do they settle disputes? Watching these encounters reveals aspects of their personality that may not be visible on casual occasions. If the circumstances allow, you can acquire a sense of your potential partner's support system by meeting their family and friends. Being aware of their strong and encouraging community can be motivating since it demonstrates that they are well integrated into their social environment and engage in healthy interactions. Spending time in the Philippines allow you to analyze your compatibility with your potential mate in a more immersive environment. Do you have the same values? Do you enjoy hanging out in different places? Are you able to communicate successfully even in stressful situations? Before entering into a long term relationship, these are vital subjects to consider. Interact with others at local events, online forums, and gatherings. Speaking with both Filipinos and expats can help you better understand daily life in the Philippines and make informed decisions. Starting a relationship too soon could cause you unnecessary worry. Some expats may feel obligated to support their Filipinas family financially, buy real estate, or even marry quickly. When you arrive here alone first and check around, you are more likely to make decisions based on experience and reasonable thinking than on personal attachment. You can learn a lot about your potential partner's social background by observing how Filipinos engage in friendships, family dynamics, and romantic relationships. You will learn how gender roles, courtship practices, and relationship expectations might differ significantly from your own cultural background. The first thing you could do when you arrive in the Philippines is book short term lodging, such as hotel, service apartment, or Airbnb. While looking into long term housing options, staying in a central location such as Makati, Cebu City, or Davao gives you access to modern amenities. The key is communication. The next thing you can do is get a local SIM card from providers such as Globe or Smart. This allows you to stay in touch while also navigating your surroundings using applications such as Grab, the local ride hailing service, or Google Maps. A local SIM card is required to stay connected and interact with friends, family, and locals. To make traveling easier, a lot of telecom carriers provide moderately cost internet and phone bundles. This connectivity is essential for accessing maps, public transportation, and emergency contacts. Even though large institutions accept credit cards, cash is still widely used, especially in rural areas. Discover the cost of food, transportation, and essentials in the area, then exchange some cash at the airport or a reputable money changer. When exchanging currencies, use trustworthy banks or money changers. Do not swap cash on the street. Even though the majority of people speak English, knowing a few basic Filipino or Tagalog phrases can be useful. It improves everyday relationships while demonstrating cultural sensitivity. Saying like salamat, thank you, and magadang araw, good day, can go a long way toward fostering rapport and goodwill among the locals. Respect is a core value in Filipino society. Learn about customary traditions such as approaching elders with po and apo, avoiding direct discussion, and dressing appropriately for each setting. Tricycles, buses, taxis, and jeepneys are all forms of public transit. If you're new, it's best to hire a private driver or use ride hailing applications such as Grab. To avoid fraud, avoid unlicensed taxis. To get to your hotel, book your airport transportation ahead of time or use a reliable ride hailing or taxi service. Avoid taking rides from strangers. Begin exploring once you have established your comfort level. Visit several towns and areas to get a sense of where you might like to live or invest. Every region has a distinct infrastructure, style of life, and rate of living. Take a tour of your area to discover local markets, restaurants, and retail establishments. This will allow you to interact with people and get a taste of the local atmosphere. When planning a long term stay, healthcare is an important issue. Visit local clinics or hospitals to evaluate service quality and learn about expat health insurance options. If you intend to stay for an extended period of time, consider opening a local bank account. This will make financial transactions easier and provide you better control over your expenditures. Depending on the reason for your travel, you can apply for a variety of visas. A tourist visa allows you to stay for a certain amount of time, but if you intend to stay for an extended period of time, consider work related visas or the special resident retirees visa. Every country, including the Philippines, contain both safe and dangerous areas. Keep an eye on your surroundings at all times. Investigate crime rates and avoid venturing out alone at night in unfamiliar areas. Finally, relish the moment. Take part in cultural activities, try local cuisine, and visit historical sites. Your decision making process will be a lot easier if you have a thorough understanding of the Philippines. Making informed decisions about your personal life and potential long term stay in the Philippines necessitates traveling there alone before beginning a love connection. Independent travel provides a plethora of information on the country's culture, way of life, and cost of living. Making the most of your visit is also secured by completing the necessary task as soon as you arrive. If you decide to pursue a relationship in the future, taking the time to learn about the Philippines on your own terms will not only enhance your experience, but also allow you to form a more meaningful and long lasting attachment. All right, folks, that is all for today's show. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good day.